Sonny, I'm just so tired. I'm sick. I won't be able to be on the podcast today.
Sir, what would you like to drink?
Tribot TV. And don't be stingy with the olives, darling. Yeah. Sonny, I'm just going to stay here in Newark. I'm feeling so sick. Excuse me, miss, how long until we land in the Poconos?
1 hour.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, Sonny, you just do the podcast without me. I'm so sick. Excuse me, miss, what's the in-flight movie?
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, I do love that film. All right, Sonny. Gotta go. I feel terrible. I got a fever of 1,000,000. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
The I Like Wrestling podcast.
You see what I did there? Are you gonna start?
Oh, yeah.
Are you real right now?
The greatest general manager.
Yep, I like wrestling.
Greetings, reports unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by...
It's your boy, Steph McNasty, a.k.a. Beige Benoit.
And I'm also joined today by...
Stephane the wild card.
Wow. I have two Stephs here today.
Looks like you're stuffed with Stephs, man.
Steph and Steph connection.
There you go, Steph and Steph connection. There you go, Steph sandwich.
Wait, no.
Wait,
Listen,
wait.
Teddy's not here.
No,
Relax.
no.
We just finished episode 69. My jaw hurts. It's great. This is episode 70. I'm excited.
How does your jaw hurt?
Don't worry about it. It's a long 69.
Oh, in the Poconos?
Oh, shout outs to Glamazon. There we go.
Tara, again, is on assignment. She's assigned to drinking some more Pinot.
She also has her jaw wired shut for the same reason. 69 was a very long time ago.
What the hell were you guys doing?
Nothing. What?
I don't want to ask.
Don't worry about it.
My morbid curiosity wants me to,
Don't ask.
It's just another long weekend in the Poconos.
Say emphasis on the long weekend.
Long weekend.
Yo, chill. Pause.
Teddy's not here. Where's Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy's also on assignment.
The greatest general manager.
Yeah.
He's on assignment. Teddy is on assignment. We already know that.
Assignment.
There you go.
Just break it up in syllables, why don't you?
I feel like I'm on that episode of SNL when you have the Sean Connery character just constantly messing up.
Assignment, Alex Trebek.
Well, so today it's Sonny
the
and...
kid's got ass burgers. Ass burgers. I hate you, Alex. All right, I'm done.
What have I done?
Shout out to Alex Trebek, man. I hope he really pushes it through, man. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer, he announced last week.
Yeah,
we
man.
hope he the very best. Love
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, definitely. We all wish him the best possible outcome to his condition.
Yeah.
So, I just realized it's Sonny and the two Stephs.
There you go.
Yes.
It's like Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Oh, my God.
Wait, were your backup dancers? How does that work, Sonny?
That
Well-
messes up. That's really messed up. What are we, like a doo-wop group? You're showing your age again, man.
Pretty
Yo,
much.
oh, shit.
Look at this guy.
Shit.
You're trying to listen to the Temptations? Is that what you're trying to make us listen
Hey,
to?
The
man.
Jersey Boys.
Papa
Oh,
is
the
a Rolling
Jersey Boys, yeah. That
Exactly.
sounds like a Jersey Boys.
Papa is a Rolling Stone is an amazing song.
Oh, Jesus
More or less for old people.
Trying to
Yo,
get
you too? What the
Yeah,
hell's
I
your
mean,
problem, dude?
It's all the rave at the old folks' home.
He's
Oh,
out
you
there
know
listening
what?
to the Five
Hashtag
Satins.
retirement homes in Florida.
Oh, shit.
God's
my
waiting
God.
room.
Yo, that's
He's
fucked
got
up,
a
bro.
Tampa Bay tan, too. Look at
Tampa Bay Tan.
You know
Look
what?
at that.
You know what? You know what? After today, there's going to be only one Steph left. That's for
Just
damn
trying to pull
sure.
some Highlander shit? Really?
What
They could
does
only
that
be
mean?
one?
What are you trying to get into? Like,
There can only be one.
why are you trying to make us fight? We're trying to come together peacefully. you see?
Exactly.
Old people always trying to divide the youth. Always.
Exactly.
You know what?
Unbelievable.
I can't stand either one.
You like Joe Budden. You just disgust me.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Shout out to Joe Budden. So let's talk some wrestling. That's what we're really supposed to be talking.
Yes.
Jesus, freaking pains in my asses. By the way, I will refer to the two of you as pain in the ass.
Why would you have a pain in the ass? Teddy's not here.
Teddy, exactly. Why?
No, you see, I can say it
Now-
now
You
because
can
say,
Teddy's not here.
no.
Because Teddy's not here, I can say
But he'll
that.
be listening.
Well, listen, you're PETA number one because
PETA
that's the
number
acronym for pain in the ass, and you're pain in the ass two, which is PETA 2. So PETA 1 and PETA 2. So anyway,
Which one's bigger?
moving on. All right, so first things first, Kurt Angle is retiring.
We saw it coming. I mean, it's not much of a surprise.
I mean, I'm kind of glad it's happening.
Yeah, like you kind of like you saw him in the promo this week, and he had like the gray hairs coming out the sides. Finally, it's just You could just see the age and time just beating him now.
With each suplex, he was closer and closer to retirement. It is time to hang him up.
Well, listen, we're
He
gonna
is
get,
no longer the Olympic hero. He needs to hang it up.
We're gonna get to talking about his
Suplexes comes closer to
suplexes. We're gonna talk about his suplexes when we start talking about Raw. But just real quick, your thought. Well, we already said your thoughts on him retiring, but definitely.
Who would you want to get that win over him? If he's doing the traditional out on his back.
I don't know, man. I was actually thinking about this last night, trying to think of who is the talent for him to go up against in order to end his career on. The same way, it was Shawn Michaels taking out Ric Flair. Who do you have in this particular situation? I mean, had their career been in a better standing at this moment, I think either Jason Jordan or Chad Gable would have been better.
Can I say who?
Yeah.
John Cena.
It makes the most sense, John Cena.
It does. It really does.
It's the cycle continuing.
And I know it's not like what we usually like to see, which is the old guard kind of giving the rub to the young. It's more of the Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. Because if you remember, one of John Cena's first matches was against Kurt Angle.
And who inducted Kurt Angle into
John
Cena?
John Cena.
The Hall of Fame, yeah.
It'd be a great kind of full circle storyline there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if they're going to do John Cena with that match or if they might put him in the U.S. title match with Samoa Joe. You never know.
That's the thing. Either match for Cena is going to be great. If you put him in the United States Championship match and he loses, Joe gets that credibility.
Yep.
But if you put him in that match with Kurt Angle, that's a proper send-off for Angle. I don't see anybody else in the locker room that has as much history with Kurt Angle than John Cena.
Yeah.
Having started John Cena's career against Angle and ending Angle's career with John Cena, that's, like you said, full circle.
Exactly. But you also can't forget about John Cena and Samoa Joe actually started together. And I don't believe it was OVW. I think it was actually before Cena went to OVW. So now you're getting the parallels of their careers in wrestling now finally meeting together.
I mean, there's been a lot of John Cena name dropping recently with R-Truth. So they're alluding to that may be the match, but
That's true.
I want to see that happen. I do, but I
so
just
do
don't want to see Samoa Joe lose that title to Cena coming back.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
they've done it before with Rusev.
This is already a better improvement from John Cena's last WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Shout out to Nikki
Undertaker.
Bella. Oh, that's right. Actually, no.
Undertaker.
I was thinking of 2 years ago.
No, not the woman that took all his shit.
Yeah.
Undertaker.
Yo, you do realize that John Cena's lost 2 years in a row.
Yep. He can do it now. He's at that age. I'm fine with
in
it.
different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I lose my girl, I lose a match at WrestleMania. It's one and the same.
Oh my god.
I mean, then again, if Teddy was here, he would have said that 2 years ago was a
It's a
actually-
win.
was-
It's a
was
win.
win for him. It's a win for him.
It's a win.
But all right, so let's move on. Let's talk about how now we have a WrestleMania match between Triple H and Batista. Now.
Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me!
You're not getting a damn thing.
Give it to me!
Legacy. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Honestly, I loved it. I love Batista. I love how he's bringing his Hollywood acting chops into the ring, and it actually looked good.
All right, but
Can
Hollywood.
we talk about the microphone real quick? Can we talk about how spit-ridden his microphone must have been? Like, he was, give me what I want. You know what I want. I've always wanted it.
What a new mic. That's
And
what you want.
that mic was so sad after the segment was over. It's like, R.I.P. to the microphone.
I give a microphone water damage. I can't even buy a pool. Like, what's going
you know what
on?
would have been crazy? That should have just burst into flames and
It
shit.
would have been hilarious.
Oh, I would have loved it.
You know what,
Little
though?
sparks coming out.
Let me ask you guys: Have you ever seen Spectre with him in the James Bond movie?
Yes, Silent, Deadly. He was awesome. He was awesome in the movie.
Now, did you notice that? So the logo for Spectre is like that. It looked like a little ghost with tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
He has that tattoo on his ringer finger.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Yes.
I like that.
Yo, that was dope. Like, it made me say, "Damn, I think I want that shit." Because I'm a big James Bond mark.
I love James
Like,
Bond as well.
I watch all of them. Shit, man.
But think about it. Like, if he's getting a tattoo for every movie role, he's getting. Imagine all the Guardians of the Galaxy tattoos he's got now.
Well, you
all
know,
the Marvel tats he's got.
I mean, he already has
chilling.
James
But
Gunn
wait, hold on.
up his ass, so it's like, come on. He has loads of
Literally
demons.
and
All right, but let me ask you something. Do you think he has a tattoo for that kind of B movie called Bushwick?
Fuck.
Probably.
He got
I
that
think that's the sun tattoo around his belly button. Now.
I think there
that's
was.
what that one's for.
I think there was one thing funny about that segment, though. Just to get back to the segment, that Triple H called all the independent wrestlers Guardians of the Independent Scene.
Oh, I loved it.
And
Oh,
that was
wow.
him breaking
Yeah.
the fourth wall. That was some supreme,
Very.
speechcraft from Triple H. Like, he always brings the fire, and he was like, and we're here with the Guardians of the Independent Scene, or whatever they are, and the fans went crazy. And Batista almost broke character and laughed. He just like,
Because
I
you
love
know
when you
that
break
was
it
a
a little
shot
bit.
at him
It's
taking
great.
photos with these dudes from AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you gotta love when they do their little indirect shade
Oh, it's great.
of course.
because it's like, oh wait, they are acknowledging them.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I love how they do it now. Because I remember looking back at like an old Raw from like 97, 98, and they would always do the little alludes to like WCW or ECW,
Yeah.
whatever they're doing. And now it's like you're seeing it again, and it's like this is the writing that I like in WWE.
Yeah.
This is where it's
Shout
from.
out to Bruce Pritchard.
There
being
you
back in
go.
the
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. That's that Bruce Pritchard writing.
Roll Tide. But moving on to another topic that got me feeling a kind of sort of weird way about it. Harlem Heat is going to the WWE Hall of
We
Fame.
want the gold, sucker. I
Hulk
love
Hogan, we come for you.
it. nigga.
All right.
I didn't
that
know if we could
t-shirt.
say it.
I have that T-shirt, by the way.
So, like, I'm happy that they're going into the Hall of Fame, but at the same time, it still bothers me as a Harlem kid.
Why?
Because they're not from Harlem.
You
So
hating?
what?
It's the name of a tag team.
It's alliteration. It's beautiful. I love it.
Listen, man,
Harlem Heat.
I'm not gonna call myself the Brooklyn Brawler being from Harlem.
I mean, you
doesn't matter.
could. You could. It's a
No,
moniker.
because I'm from Harlem. They're not from
The Princess
110th
of Staten
Street.
Island
They're-
is not from Staten Island.
Yeah, we also know that too. She's from freaking Massachusetts.
No, she's from under Corey Graves' desk. That's where she's from.
Well, now.
Well, that's where she's come.
That's where she's
That's where she's-
that's where she's coming
I see
from.
what you did there. I see what you did there.
there.
I like it. Ah.
You know what? I'm allowed that shit. Fuck it.
Where's the spoon? There you go.
Taste the soup. Taste the soup. Where's the spoon?
Give me what I want. All right, we're done. All right, we're going to Harlem Heat. I love it. I'm happy for them. It's well deserved. It did get us talking before the pod about like actual New York wrestlers that could be in the Hall of Fame. We brought up Taz, Tommy Dreamer, and then ECW guys like Sabu, Sandman. Like, will we ever see those guys get inducted? 'Cause
Unless Paul Heyman
Harlem
pushes
Heat
for
is
it.
really
as
a-
an
Let's follow the push
as
for
They're
an
pure
anci-
WCW.
I mean, they'll go in as an ancillary Hall of Fame inductee, not as a main dude, obviously.
Tommy? Well, yeah, they'll be one of the.
Yeah,
one
they'll
of the
be
guys,
one
yeah.
of the also inducted,
Yeah.
not a main dude. But
Oh,
I
no.
mean, it's to a certain select, in our area, being in the New York area,
Yeah.
they'll be considered a major deal.
Yeah, because there's
You
also there's just too many names right now that haven't been inducted yet.
Oh yeah.
Like, just think of like The Rock. Like, we still haven't got that
Yeah.
yet.
Here's the thing with The Rock.
Which
The
is-
Rock should be a headliner, and that's the reason
That's
why
what
they're
I'm saying,
not
we
going to
haven't-
do that. They're not going to have The Rock where DX is going in. I would have the Nation of Domination going, as well as DX.
If I do
would
that,
have had
I would do that
exactly.
next year because I feel like DX as the group kind of steals the thunder from.
I mean, at the
from
same
Nation
time,
of
with all the
Domination.
rivalries they've had, why wouldn't you have Nation going at the same time? That would be a great contrast.
But the thing is that if you get the Nation to go in, who do you put in first, the Nation or the Rock? If you have the Rock for that induction,
That's where it makes more sense.
That's
I remember
where-
The
that's
Rock
what-
is part of Nation of Domination.
yeah. So in that
Which would
instance,
also make Mark Henry another person for the
Two-time
two-time. Hall of
which
Fame.
we were also discussing right before we started recording, we're gonna have multiple two-time inductees into the WWE.
Yeah.
So
King Booker.
Yeah, because right now we have Ric Flair who's in as himself, as well as
Shawn Michaels this year.
no, he's in as himself as well as a part of the Four Horsemen. Then we're gonna we have
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels who's in as himself and about to be in as a part of
DX.
DX. And then we have Booker T who's in as himself and about to be as a part of Harlem Heat. And
Shout out to Stevie Ray.
yeah, that's right. Shout out to Stevie Ray, who inducted Booker T on the last. On the
That's
last
funny.
time.
Speaking of Stevie Ray, Dave Meltzer tried to come at Stevie Ray for going in the Hall of Fame, and
Oh,
Stevie Ray
God.
was like, "Yo, just wait till after the Hall of Fame ceremony is over for me to give you my opinion."
I'm
He about to
Coming to
catch
get
that-
you, sucker!
Exactly. He about to put on the
for
brother.
you, nigga. Stevie Ray's turn for saying that.
But you know what though? These guys going in 2 times. I could actually see, in some years, Ric Flair going in 3 times.
What would be the third? Evolution?
Evolution.
That's true.
Question about
Which would probably make H then a
Two-time.
a 3-time once
No.
once he goes in by himself.
Oh well, yeah.
Randy
Once
Orton
that
would be
happens.
2-time because Evolution. No, 3. Evolution, Legacy,
you know
and
what? It's funny
Well,
how
I don't
it's
know if they
set
would
up.
put Legacy.
and Randy.
Well, I don't know.
I
if they
mean,
put
they.
Legacy.
I mean, they would. I mean,
That
considering
Legacy?
that was a stable
I mean,
that Randy Orton
by the
ran.
time they by the time they do that, it's gonna be like they're really like desperate for stars. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
That's-
Legacy.
I mean,
I
yeah.
just don't
It was
see
it
going.
wasn't like
Evolution
big
would
enough.
be- yeah.
Evolution and the reason why they would put in Evolution is only because of the magnitude of the star power that's on it.
course.
Because
Yeah.
I don't feel like the faction in wrestling was that big of a deal, but the fact that Batista has now become a very big movie star, not on the level of Rock, obviously,
and
but
a Hall of Famer on his own right.
yeah, and a Hall of Fame on his own right.
Yeah.
And then you have also Randy Orton, who's been there for a
Yeah.
long time.
Another Hall of Famer.
And then
We're
you
gonna
know
speak about
Triple H
that
and
later.
Ric Flair, but you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was gonna be interesting. Congrats to Harlem Heat, even though you're not from Harlem. And let's move on. Two quick things to touch on that was in the news. Ziggler talking about his WWE status, where he's basically saying that technically he is under contract, but he's being allowed to do whatever he wants. In he's doing a lot of stand-up comedy and a lot of other things. But supposedly there's gonna be an update coming soon. So you think he's gonna be around for WrestleMania?
I mean, Battle Royal,
Probably,
if the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, there's the only place you can place him at this point. There's
Yeah.
nowhere on
Yeah.
the card that you could possibly place Dolph Ziggler at this point. And having a handshake kind of deal with WWE, it's so good, I think, for him because he gets to explore those outside options without leaving the company and without dissolving his contract.
Exactly.
So they don't lose Dolph Ziggler to AEW, Ring of Honor, or New Japan, and he gets to do his things outside of WWE.
It's funny that you say that. It just reminded me of something that they do in certain TV shows, which is they put people in a holding deal. Someone who should have been in a holding deal at one point was John Oliver, who does the HBO show called Last Week Tonight.
Yep.
Because he was killing it on the Daily Show.
When Jon Stewart was
When
out.
Jon
I was
Stewart
just
was
talking about that.
yeah,
too, yeah.
and what's crazy is that had they put him in a holding deal, he would have been the next dude to take over for Jon
Oh,
Stewart. And they didn't. He left. He went, did his HBO thing, killed it, won the Emmys over the Daily Show. Trevor Noah is amazing.
But he's not John Oliver.
Yeah, it's like
No.
it's like, I mean, dude, I love Trevor Noah. I've actually gone to the show. It's an amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch, but it's just kind of like,
But-
good and great.
And in a way, I feel like it works. It worked in the end better for John Oliver. Just like quick aside, just because he's able to give us these long-winded sort of storylines,
Exactly.
and through viewpoints to really deeply get into. I don't know if you'd be able to do that on a daily level.
No,
So
because the
weekly
Daily
ones,
Show
but-
is formatted is already set in stone.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out the Daily Show, they've done stuff on wrestling in the past, so it's actually a good watch. Definitely recommend that. And then the other thing we wanted to talk on real quick was Enzo was in an interview and talked about his relationship with Vince McMahon, and it was funny because he basically said something to the degree of Vince. He felt like he was one of Vince's favorite characters while he was there because they moved so much merch, and he always had a mic in his hand to go out there, but he was always getting pulled to the corner like the redheaded stepchild by Triple
by
H.
Triple H, yeah.
But then at the same time was given the mic right before Raw would start. But he would always avoid Vince because he never wanted to, like, I guess he was like, I always wanted to avoid him as much as possible and not interact with him so much, even
Probably
though
not to
everybody.
expose himself to who he really is.
Yeah,
Triple H probably knows.
Exactly.
And Vince didn't know. He was just like, "Oh, this is a good 5-minute segment right here. I can have him talk for 10. That's fine. Bring him out there. Damn it." And like, that's him.
Exactly.
That's Vince.
Yeah.
If you're funny enough that can engage the audience for 10 minutes, he wants you on his show.
And he would take a beating every freaking time that he would go out there.
Exactly.
Because you got to give him credit. He would take an ass whipping because they would beat the shit out of it. And sometimes some of those ass whippings look like they were like legit, like, yo, I'm enjoying beating this
he could
motherfucker.
sell
When the
ass.
whole cruiserweight division whooped his ass, I was super happy.
Oh.
Like
and they all took joy in that shit.
Yeah.
Him taking the title off of Neville, and I just want to. Neville is the man that gravity forgot.
AKA
Enzo needs to be the man that wrestling forgot.
AKA
he needs to be
Pac.
gone. Pac,
Yes.
exactly. He
He-
returned
he-
to the Indies. He actually returned. He's actually an AEW superstar. He's
Yep.
done some things with a few companies. Dragon Gate being one of the
Dragon
ones.
Gate, Revolution
Dragon
Pro.
Exactly. He's Dragon Gate's champion actually.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
shout out to Pac actually.
Yeah.
But when he lost to Neville, when Neville lost to Enzo, I was just like, what? And then he came out on 205 Live and he goes, "Oh, Enzo." he looked
But
like
yeah.
he looked so disheveled and like he hurt, and you could tell that he was gonna whoop his ass, and he did.
Because he probably felt like, okay, we're supposed to do this 205 Live thing. We're supposed to have these cruiserweights give us pure wrestling matches, pure, like, for the marks, for the people who really are trying to watch for the matches.
Of course.
And then you bring this fucking sideshow.
Enzo's
No
a
offense to
talker.
Enzo, but he's a sideshow.
He's a
more
talker. He's a mouthpiece.
He is
Yeah.
the entertainment aspect of World Wrestling Entertainment.
Very true. Very
And
true.
he did not mesh well at all to what 205 was, which is more purely a wrestling show.
For me,
And it just didn't work.
For me,
And
I
I'm
would
pretty
rather-
sure that's where Pac was annoyed.
for me, I would want Enzo himself to be a manager. If you have
Yeah.
Enzo in any role, have him as a
Oh,
manager.
yeah.
He is
Yeah, without
amazing on the mic. I take nothing away from his mic skills. His promo skills are amazing.
Yeah.
But when you put him in the ring with somebody of Neville's caliber, with somebody as Cedric Alexander's caliber, Brian
Mustafa
Kendrick,
Ali.
Mustafa Ali, all the people he was in there with, and you have him cruiserweight champion and run down that entire division after Neville saved that division.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Austin Aries that saved it.
No.
No,
It
no,
was
no,
Neville.
It was Neville.
It was Neville
Yeah,
that
without
saved that
question.
division, took it out of the garbage, and was like, "I'm gonna carry this on my back."
So let me ask you real quick: if you had the opportunity to put Enzo right now with any particular star in WWE, who would you put him?
That's a tough question. It would have to be somebody that really needed a mouthpiece and somebody that needed the hype. I would think, and I hate to say this, I would say somebody like Asuka, somebody that's English is not that great, but that can benefit from him being their mouthpiece. That can benefit from the stardom that he can bring.
But
Because
do you
when he
think-
was with Cass,
No,
it
but
was amazing.
I got you. But her swag wouldn't. I don't think would mesh with Enzo. But
it doesn't have to. That's the beauty of
No,
it.
no. But you know who I think
It would be fun.
It would be
to watch.
exactly.
Yeah.
You
Just
know-
to see how,
You know who I think it would work with?
Who?
Another Japanese performer, Shinsuke.
Oh no! I don't. No. Shinsuke has the king. Like I want them to repackage him as the King of Strong Style again.
No. But the thing is that
I feel like
if
he
you
needs
put,
to go back to how he was
Yeah.
in NXT.
But if you put Shinsuke being arrogant and you have Enzo, I feel like the two of them is like putting a rocket on their backs.
Lashley
Because
Lashley and Leo Rush. That's what it rings to me because you have two
Yeah.
arrogant guys that are certain of their abilities. One that's the muscle and one that's the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Except for with Leo Rush can actually go. Enzo cannot.
Yeah.
See, but I wouldn't compare them too much because the good thing about Shinsuke is he's very physically animated and it works perfect for him. So he can have the physical animation to it where Enzo was talking. So you're kind of getting the visual aspect of what Enzo shit talking will be during a promo with sort of this like Michael Jackson kind of Freddie Mercury swag that Shinsuke gives us. So it's a good dichotomy to see visually.
Okay.
But if
Well-
I were to do anything, I would probably put him with somebody like Apollo Crews because
Oh,
he
Lord.
fucking needs it.
No, well, that's
Apollo needs someone to talk for him.
Well, we're gonna talk about Paulo in a minute because
Paulo.
he also needs something else. But
Yeah.
Also needs something else.
I'll tell you in a minute. But real quick, let's just kind of run down real quick the FastLane results.
It's very predictable.
I wanna go run down the match and just get a grade from you. Okay.
Okay.
So, first match: New Day defeating Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev.
C minus.
See.
C and a C minus. Okay. SmackDown Tag Team Champions: The Usos versus The Miz and Shane McMahon. Shane
give
then
it a B.
attacked
A minus. Really fun match.
A minus. And what about you?
I said B, and I see why you gave it A minus. So I'll go A minus.
Yeah.
All right. So both A minus.
Yes.
All right. By the way, both with the two of you, I'm actually going C and A minus as well because I actually, you know what? I'm actually giving the Miz and Shane and Uso match. I'm giving it an A.
An A? I mean, it makes sense. It's totally
It was a
fine.
good match.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do
Yeah.
to set Shane
Like
up
that,
to turn heel.
the spot with like Jimmy and Shane on each corner, that was amazing. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, that.
I mean,
that,
even though he kicked him in the legs, like
Then
it was
we
a
also-
drop,
Yeah, but it was
drop
sti-
kick.
it
It
was
was
still-
beautiful.
it
We
was
didn't
still
see it.
Here's what really
This place,
made it great.
you know-
It's the storyline that we got from the Miz's dad almost forcing the Miz to get more risque with his moveset by going on the top rope. He just kept pointing at it and kept alluding to it, and
Yeah.
you saw the Miz actually taking bigger risks. And it was great for the match itself and kind of seeing the other skill set that he has, but then it also cost him the match. And then you see the
Yeah.
storyline unfold.
But that's the thing. I think that because of those little seeds that they planted in that match,
Yeah.
it's gonna make for such a greater WrestleMania match between Miz and Shane.
Exactly.
Moving on, next one, Asuka versus Mandy Rose. What you guys
D.
give it?
Yeah.
For deceased.
D.
T.
Yeah.
D for deceased.
And I will give it a C minus because I don't want Teddy telling me that, oh, you guys all gave it to the D. So, and the next match, The Bar defeating Kofi
F.
Kingston in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Straight up
That's a
F.
D. I mean,
That's an
it
F.
did what it's supposed to do.
I'm
So-
giving it F.
Yeah.
So, Peter number 1 gives it a F. Peter number 2 gives it a,
A D.
you would. And
Just throwing D's around.
I see. And you know what? I'm actually going to give it a C plus. And the
Generous, but okay.
the reason why is because I'm actually really digging all the roadblocks that they're putting in Kofi's path, and providing the payoff is with Kofi ending WrestleMania being WWE champion. If he doesn't end that pay-per-view as WWE champion.
You will come back to this moment
Wait,
and change
it's
your grade to
not
an
as
F.
the final
Yeah.
match.
No, not as the final match.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
no, just him.
Walks out of W. Oh, walks out.
So
of
As
do
long as he
you-
walks out as champion, I'll be happy with all. Unless something happens where it creates a teaser for Money in the Bank that makes him actually win. Because I can't completely say I'm gonna be totally pissed. Because if they do something that makes it go, all right, you know what? I'm looking for
I don't see them pulling this storyline to Money in the Bank. This feels very Daniel Bryan 2014.
Yeah, no,
So
I
it's like
agree with
it's
you
totally
because you
fine.
said that
And
on episode 69.
Yeah, and I love 69.
I know nothing about these things.
I just love.
I am a child of God. I know nothing about
I
these
love the
things.
fact that it's
Shut
a
up.
Daniel Bryan mirroring of storyline
Yeah.
against
Daniel Bryan.
Like even Daniel Bryan alluding to that. When we get to SmackDown, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what he
We'll
alluded
continue. We'll
to.
continue more about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree with you on that. So going on to the Raw Tag Team Champion match with the Revival retaining against Aleister Black and Ricochet and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in a triple threat match. By the way, before we even start talking about this, let me tell you the thing I did on Sunday. So
Drugs.
no, not,
Lots
well,
of Hennessy.
Well, that
Yes.
yeah.
Always
Bam.
good.
Yeah,
Bam.
always.
Always.
As a matter of fact, right now.
Hey.
But so
Henny
What's unknown?
boys.
so I had the opportunity to get a hold of Teddy's phone. So while I had Teddy's phone, I went onto his Instagram account.
Did you take dick pics?
No,
The story's not interesting.
listen. I went onto his account, and then I did a search for the
Dick pics.
name Rick O apostrophe Shay.
Ricochet. Oh, yeah.
And I followed like 10 dudes named Ricochet.
Damn. Teddy, never let Sonny hold your
And
phone
yo,
again.
I don't think he ever.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if he's ever noticed it yet because a lot of them didn't have any posts. But the moment they start posting, I wish I'm there to see his face saying,
What the hell is this?
"Why the fuck do I have a Ricochet on my?" And then see him and then just see him get it like, "Oh, Sonny, you bastard!
You bloody bastard.
But back to the match. What'd you guys give this Raw Tag Team Championship match?
A. Definite A.
An A?
Yeah. Fun match.
All right. What about you?
If we bitch enough, we get a
Stephane?
championship. If we bitch enough, we keep our championship. So I'm going with an A.
So you both gave it an A.
Double A, batteries.
Double A
Wow.
batteries.
We got life, we got juice, we got power.
Double A, double stuff.
Duracell.
Duracell.
God. I'm just gonna agree with you guys because
Triple A.
I was actually outside smoking a cigarette, but I heard it was really good.
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
You got the network. You can always watch it.
Somebody
Yeah.
shouted out the window, Sonny, this match is good.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I was gonna just put a DNP for or DNW for mine. Like
Did
did
not
not watch.
Oh,
Damn.
you love just
But-
like D's or anything, don't you?
Fuck,
there you
slinging
go.
dick.
Listen, will you stop it? Damn, man. Teddy's on assignment. Doesn't mean that you have to pick up the slack for him.
Ass assignment.
Oh, shit.
Ass assignment.
All right. Well, moving on. United States Championship match between Samoa Joe, R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, and Andrade, with Samoa Joe picking up the win.
A plus.
A plus. Great match.
Plus.
They work all well together, so I love it.
Wait, so an A plus
Yeah,
for both of you?
They work really well
The
together.
right guy
It's
won,
fine.
too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want something to happen where you put a belt on a champion and have that belt up. We're going to get into Raw.
Okay. All right.
Just
all
gonna
right.
wait on
Feel
that.
I
diminished.
Exactly. Just
All
wait
right.
on that one.
Yeah.
I will give it an A. I can't say A plus. A plus takes a lot for me to say A plus. But moving on, women's
Pass.
tag team championship match, the Boston Hug Connection versus Nia Jax and Tamina. And Jax and Tamina brawled with Beth Phoenix and Natalya at the end
Right.
of the match.
I'm going to give that just because Beth Phoenix is back and she's a former Glamazon and I love her and I fucking love Edge
And she looked good.
and she looked good. She looked
Yeah,
good.
she
She did.
looked
She
good.
did a thing. She did a thing.
Yeah.
I will give it a B minus because that's the grade, the highest I'm going. I'm not budging on that. B minus.
B minus.
I'll give it a C. It was cool.
A C.
It's
C-
good, it's
C
good
for
to
cool.
see Glenn Jacobs back with Natalya fighting.
So Stephane gives it a B minus. Stephane, a.k.a.
Steph McNasty.
Steph McNasty, a.k.a. Beige Benoit, gives it a C. And you know what? I'm going to say B minus. And the reason why is because I gave the match I give the match a D, but I give the post-match
Giving D's.
Shenanigans. That's the reason. It would have
the
been a D for me.
post-match shenanigans definitely gets an A minus. So to split the difference, B minus for the entire thing. And moving on to Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan and Mustafa Ali in a triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. What do you got?
The crowd tried to destroy this match, and I understand why, because we saw Kofi get screwed earlier in the night, and they couldn't help but sort of get behind the athleticism, the moveset that these guys have, especially the ending where Mustafa Ali was going for his finish and Daniel Bryan caught him with the running knee. I'm giving this one an A plus again, because I feel like it was a match that we didn't want, but
Okay,
it's one that did.
Yeah, thank you, Dave Meltzer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
What about
I'm
you,
gonna give it
Beige
5
Benoit?
stars. I mean, I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars.
I'm gonna give it 7. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it 7. I'm gonna break my star rating system. I'm gonna give it 8 stars.
It's nothing that I've seen from like a Tony Inoki or the Great Muta from New Japan, but I think it was pretty good. All Japan Wrestling was just really well done. No, I'm gonna give it an A. A is fine. I'm
All right, you guys are giving it A plus A. And
Great
you
match.
know what?
It was a good turnaround with the crowd.
It's
Shit,
basically
you know-
A plus A. So it's just
You know what? I gotta say it, and I ain't gonna front, man. I'm still a Kevin Owens mark, man. I'm gonna give it an
How can
A,
you not
man.
be?
I'm gonna give it an
How
A.
can you not be? Kevin Owens is one of the best talents in WWE.
Yeah. Even though Teddy would shit on him, but you know what?
Teddy
You're
shits on
not
anybody with
you're
a
not,
pulse.
You're
It's
not
okay.
here, Teddy. So
I mean, it's
there.
because he's
So
mean
suck-
and it's also
suck
a
on-
kink.
Yeah.
There you go.
Suck on that, Teddy.
Suck on that, Terry.
Oh, actually,
You said Terry.
no. I was actually gonna say Terry for some reason.
I think you were going for Tara first, and
Oh,
then you were
Teddy,
like,
Tara,
you said
Tara.
exactly.
No, I said-
so you
I
were
said-
you mixed their names.
I think I'm so used to saying suck on that, Tara.
Yeah,
But
you can't say that no more.
yeah.
No.
Oh.
Exactly. There you go. Only I get to say now.
Oh God! No, I have never said that in that manner. Hell no.
Jesus, could we,
That is.
But I get to.
Oh, yo, do you realize that's my unruly stepchild, right?
I know it's fine.
No,
There's
it's.
videos on that.
Oh no!
Gentlemen,
Anyway,
shall
down
we
to
do it?
Becky
Yes,
Lynch and
moving
Charlotte
on,
Flair.
please. Moving on to
I
Becky
predicted
Lynch
this.
defeating Charlotte Flair via DQ
I predicted this.
because of Ronda Rousey.
I predicted this. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Call me
Yeah.
Just call me Clairvoyant McNasty.
He's a
Thank you.
Nostradamus. He knows everything.
Nigadamus.
Nigadamus.
Yo,
here.
shout out to
Paul Mooney.
Paul
Dave
Mooney,
Chappelle Show.
the great Paul Mooney.
Nigadamus.
Paul Mooney's the one of the best of all time. But that's
So great.
Listen, those of you listening to us right now, if you have never heard of Paul Mooney is one of the greatest comedy writers of all time. Eddie Murphy,
Richard Pryor.
worked
Do
with
you
the
like
Wayans,
Eddie Murphy
Richard
Raw?
Pryor. Just
The name goes down. It goes down.
just Google Paul Mooney, and you're welcome.
There you go.
So what do you give this match? I mean, the match was whatever, but the outcome was
It's a C.
The outcome, what we wanted, it's what we wanted, but the finish, it would have made Becky look stronger if she had won the match herself. And
Yeah,
that's
but
why
the
I'm
thing
giving
is,
it a D.
It would have
did-
made Charlotte useless to the match itself.
I mean,
too.
not
Yeah.
exactly. Just it depends on the way you finish the match.
It will be a constant barrier to Charlotte, and the thing is, you don't want a constant barrier to Charlotte. The thing is that what I predicted was I felt like Charlotte was gonna win the match, with it leading to
Becky winning on
winning
SmackDown.
either
Gauntlet
winning something
match
else
or something.
or Ronda forcing their WWE's hand to get her in the match no matter what, because Ronda wanted the two of them no matter what. Anyway,
Well, I
See,
mean,
but
she
that
technically did,
ladder
though.
wouldn't have worked though, because that would have still made Ronda look like a babyface, whereas they're turning her pure
well, yeah,
Brock
Well,
Lesnar
Brock Lesnar.
2.0
yeah,
heel,
but that's
so-
because the Ronda's popularity has just fucking tanked.
it took the nose down.
It,
Well,
it
I mean,
takes
Yeah.
after her Los Angeles thing. When
Yeah.
she was in Los Angeles and Becky Lynch and her were in the same ring, we all knew that's it. That's
But you
the
know
end.
what?
That's
I
the end.
think-
but
but-
that's
beautiful
a,
story.
but
but
that
it's
start-
a good heat. I like
Yeah,
the
no, it's a-
heat
it's a
that,
good
that
heat.
Ronda got. It's
No.
not an X-Pac heat or like
No.
prior leukemia Roman Reigns heat.
Yeah.
It's a proper heat.
But you
Yeah.
know what? It started as Survivor Series,
Mhm.
and I feel like it was going in this direction all along. But
Yep, very true.
real quick, let me just get your grades real quick on this match. So starting with Stephane Duviella,
I will give it a B.
a B, and Beige Benoit.
Give it a C.
All right, and I'm gonna just give it a B minus.
Oh, look at that. Sonny right in the middle again. That's just how he likes it. Steph sandwich.
Sandwich time.
Yeah,
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, you know what?
Give me a sandwich.
What the hell is wrong with you guys, man?
What's
Seriously.
wrong with you trying to meet us in the middle?
Hey, man.
You know what?
It happens, man.
Forget it. You know what? Shut
It
up.
happens.
All right, and then we also had AJ Styles attack Randy Orton after he gave Elias a RKO.
Good times.
I marked the fuck out for this. I literally saw Randy hit an RKO, and I thought that was it. And then set up to phenomenal forearm. AJ Styles will not be anybody else's victim. He's protecting his wife. He's protecting his family. He's not going to sleep anymore. He's
Shout
not
out
getting
to
his nuts
Wendy.
hit. He's not getting his nuts hit.
Nope.
So he's ready for.
He's
ready
free to
Randy.
actually wrestle
Yeah.
again.
I'm actually looking forward to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me get a grade.
I give it a B.
B. Okay.
I'm giving it an A.
An A. Okay. And you know what? I'm actually gonna give it B plus.
Oh wow, right in the middle again.
Exactly. He
Jeez.
loves sandwiches.
Loves getting in between.
Hey.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving it an A plus.
There we go. Wow.
Only because I don't
He
want to
likes
hear
being
this.
on top this time. You
Oh,
see?
fuck you.
Oh man.
Damn.
Anyway, moving on. The match that I didn't expect to be the main event, but I guess it makes sense to the WWE Universe.
Yeah, it did.
The Shield defeating Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin, where they were all over the damn arena.
I give it a B. I mean, again, it was just very predictable. Like you're not
It was a
expecting-
nostalgia act.
Yeah. You're not
It was
expecting
full-
Drew and them to lose.
It was pulling out all the Shield's old stops. It was literally Seth Rollins flying from all over the ring. Dean Ambrose doing his thing, and then Roman finishing the match. So I think it did what it needed to do in terms of Roman's first pay-per-view match back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What do you give it?
I know I'm going to catch some heat for this, and I'm the Shield. I love the Shield. I'm giving it a D, just because Baron Corbin's in
Wow.
it. Suck on that, Chris.
Wow, 3-man bland.
And Beige Benoit.
I give it a B. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it a B.
He was not trying to be in the middle. He was about to give it
Yeah.
a C. He was
Yeah.
about to give it a C, but it's okay.
He
Don't
was.
worry.
He was.
You know,
He's like, I'm going to give that to this.
shut up. We're
Put the
going
C himself in the middle.
Shut up. We're gonna start talking about the Raw Wrestling. The
Raw.
the Monday Night Wrestling program, as I like to call it. And we started off with Shelton Benjamin attack. Well, actually, we started off with the Shield doing their farewell address. What the fuck is that about? But then we had Shelton Benjamin take, basically jump Seth Rollins, and then they went into their own one-on-one match.
I did not know Shelton Benjamin was on Raw. I thought he was still on SmackDown.
He's a
But
SmackDown Live superstar.
But you know
Yeah.
what, though? I really like the fact that they brought him in as someone who's doing Brock's bidding. I'm hoping that it leads to more with Shelton Benjamin, because Shelton Benjamin is an amazing talent.
yeah, and they were an old tag team.
Yes,
OVW.
they were in OVW, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I would like to see, I mean, it's a perfect way to kind of get him to doing more, because Shelton Benjamin
He's so talented.
Yeah,
So talented.
And I always think
Gold
about,
standard.
I forgot who was it that said it on this podcast that talked about JR saying that he made a mistake not pushing Shelton Benjamin the right way. I think it was Kevin Wood. I think it was Kevin Wood.
Possibly.
Yeah, and shout out to Kevin Wood. But yeah, it's a shame, But hopefully this is on the, this leads to bigger things for him.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys thinking about that segment?
Match was good. It was fine. Segment was fine. It's kind of doing what it's supposed to do. Like, they're teasing the Shield for a while, but I'm pretty sure Dean isn't leaving anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be.
I think it's a work.
I think now it's a work. I think before it was probably a negotiation ploy.
Yeah.
But I mean, moving on. Let's talk about. We got Bobby Lashley taking on Finn Balor to become the new.
You're new. Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley.
How much did you have to squeeze your balls to get your decibels that high?
Love it. Love it. Tara helps me out a lot with that. Well, hello, Glamazon.
Long weekend at the Poconos.
Oh, yeah.
I am not going to get into it.
It's good times. I love it. You know me. I'm a Bobby Lashley mark. I don't care. I love him.
Yeah.
Just works. Screw the muscles, damn it. All right. Sorry.
All right. Fucking guys.
They fucked this thing up for Finn. Like, they better have some good shit for him. They better have Undertaker wheel his ass back to the arena for one more match and just pull out just one more match just with Finn Balor. For this loss, I think you have to do something exceptionally big with Finn at WrestleMania.
Well, actually, you don't, because if things go the direction that we're expecting it to go, Seth wins the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. All of a sudden, now that allows for Finn to compete for that and become Universal Champion again, since he was the one that beat Seth in the first place.
But what about Roman? That's like...
Yeah, but I mean,
Roman...
I
He already had his rematch.
I feel like that's a SummerSlam.
Exactly. I mean,
but you
Roman
know what? I
never relinquished it. Finn Balor technically got his rematch because Roman Reigns was like, I'm going to give you your rematch. So
no, I got you. The only thing is, like, right now, Finn is in pocket as, something happens to these other two guys, we're going to put you right in. But, it's almost like, it's like a basketball team when you got a really deep bench.
But do you really want to put Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns on Backlash? Or do you want to put that on SummerSlam?
You're probably going to put it on SummerSlam or
No.
Series.
You put it, but the thing is that, remember, there's other pay-per-views in between.
Yeah, there's literally 4 pay-per-views before we get to SummerSlam. So
Yeah.
it's like, you have to pick and choose what his opponent's going to be leading up to it.
Yeah, but you could put Finn Balor against Seth Rollins at one point between.
I would
now
start
and then.
with Finn, but I wouldn't do Roman now at all.
No, not at all. For 2 reasons. I think for 2 reasons. One, because of the fact that Roman needs to continue to build up because he's been off of TV for a while. So I like the way that they have him doing stuff for McIntyre, which we'll talk about in a second. And then, it's almost like he's already hot.
Yeah.
Don't force it.
Exactly.
Make it get there whenever it gets there when it's right. I mean, they could do it at SummerSlam.
I think that's the best way to organically build him back up.
Yeah.
Or let him win Money in the Bank.
He's mentioned that he wants to win Money in the Bank. It's probably the only thing that Roman Reigns hasn't done. He's the only member of the show that has not won the Money in the Bank.
And remember, with Money in the Bank, you can hold on to that shit for a while.
For a whole year.
That shit would be funny if he cashed in at on Seth Rollins.
WrestleMania.
Exactly.
36.
Yeah.
Recashing. It's the rematch, bitch.
Yeah.
That's true. Full circles. I love the full circles.
You could see that. Because between now and then, they could turn one of them heel and create a conflict. Or
I wouldn't even do heel.
Or
you could still just have him do the run-in and still be a baby
Or
face.
you could create it that the conflict becomes when he cashes it in.
Yeah.
Because he could always they could do a thing where they do a tease.
Subtle hints of it.
Well, no, they could do it where he's just giving a subtle tease that he's actually going to go for the WWE the WWE Heavyweight Championship, and then all of a sudden he just changes his mind, and he does. It's almost like
Batista X thing.
So exactly where he cashes it in on Seth when Seth is thinking, oh, he's going the other route.
I mean, that's sort of a heel move in and of itself. I mean, that there's no comeuppance for that to have him cash in that way. That's a pretty petty chicken shit heel kind of cash in, because when Seth cashed in, It was completely unknown to the crowd. He ran down greatest heights of the century.
Yeah.
So to have Roman do it in any way similar to Steph's cash-in, it's just going to be like, are you turning him heel? I mean, it could
at the
be,
time that they do it, remember, a lot of people have wanted Roman to turn heel.
he needs to turn heel.
And the thing is that the way to do it with Roman, you have to wait till he's really hot and completely over with everybody. Like right now is the time to turn him heel, or whenever he is not. Like you can't turn him heel if everybody's booing him.
You can't do the heel turn now. He's got too many T-shirts.
It's too soon.
To sell. He's got too many T-shirts. To
But
sell.
not only that,
For him
it's
to
too
go
soon.
heel.
It's too
I mean,
soon
it's
after
too
the.
soon, but at the same time, I could have seen during the farewell that long-ass farewell where he said Dean's got business that nobody knows about, and
Yeah.
Seth's got business with the Universal
Yeah,
Champion.
but that would have been too soon.
It would have
He
been
just
too
came
soon,
back, dude.
but
Yeah.
it would have been awesome. It would have
Yeah.
been awesome to see, even though it would have been too soon.
I got you.
Admit it, it would have been like you would have marked the fuck out. If,
No, I
if
got
he literally raised Dean's hand, pushed him to the side, and then speared him.
All right. Well,
Maybe.
well, you
I
know
would've
what?
marked out.
I
would've
don't know.
marked
I would have felt weird to me. I just wouldn't have felt right yet.
We'll see what happens in the coming months. But go back to Raw, or back to the Monday Night Wrestling program. We had Ronda Rousey come out, and then she was confronted by someone who I think was Dana Brooke.
It did look like her, maybe.
I mean, dude, honestly, I was like, wait, she's wearing Dana Brooke's outfit,
Is that your
and
face?
she introduced herself as Dana Brooke, but is it Dana Brooke?
She didn't look like Dana Brooke. What happened to your face, Dana?
Honey,
Yo.
she just put a different foundation on. The mascara was a little more pink. The lipstick was pink. She usually wears more of a darker
No, she
purple.
even had a voice. She actually had
that,
mic
that
work.
was me channeling Hello
bro.
Glamazon.
Yeah, I was about
Don't
to
worry
say it. I was
it.
about to
It's
say,
fine.
yeah.
Nah,
Just
Yeah.
a little
she even
channeling.
cut a good promo. This was
Yep.
not Dana Brooke. This was somebody else. This
That was
somebody,
a good promo.
It was actually for Dana Brooke.
It was a good promo for whoever that person was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke's promos are shit.
Oh
God.
shit! I'm not gonna say that, but
Terrible.
but
Terrible.
yeah, and she got her ass beat the fuck up. But moving on, Aleister Black and Rick O'Shea
Ricochet.
defeated Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, the bastard son, the real bastard son of Kurt Angle.
I know. Oh,
Yay.
still dropped the ball. Again, showing Aleister Black and Ricochet's movesets. They're still pushing them heavy. It was fine. Acceptable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was adequate.
Yeah.
And then we saw Braun Strowman tear apart the car that Colin Jost sent him.
I compared it to Zangief when you're playing Street Fighter 2 and you're fighting and you're beating up the car. at
Yeah,
this level.
I remember that.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
It just looked like
been
Zangief
comparing
doing
it to
that.
that.
Hadouken!
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Did he completely finish the car though? Did he finish in the 2
No,
minutes
not
that
yet.
you got?
He didn't
No?
have enough
No,
time.
he didn't have
Yeah,
enough time.
yeah,
He ran out of time. He started his match.
And then that led us into Nia Jax defeating Natalya via DQ and whatever.
One
We
half.
got Glenn Jacobs back, looking really good.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'm sorry, Beth Phoenix. My fault.
Wow.
My fault,
Wow.
Who
guys.
hurt you?
Yeah, it's real brolic, real strong. It's a good job by him,
Yeah.
being the mayor and all that, and still being able to wrestle at the same time.
Somebody hurt Beige. Like I don't know what happened to Beige.
Honestly, I don't know. That those are the thoughts and opinions of Beige Benoit.
You
They
look
do
at
not-
Glenn Jacobs' forehead
And they
and Beth Phoenix.
They do
tell
not
me they don't
Leave
look
Edge's
related.
wife alone.
Tell
He's
me they
dealt
don't
with
look related.
enough.
They do not represent the thoughts or opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling.
I mean, anytime you have one half of the Samoan Suicide Squad versus Natalya, it's a boring match.
I thought they were the slaughterhouse.
No, Suicide Squad. Did you not see how she went into a pod at Elimination Chamber? I will never forget
It's
that.
true.
She ran herself into a pod. There was nothing there.
That's true. Yeah, very
Yep.
true.
She killed herself.
I'll allow it. And then after that, we had what we talked about earlier, which was Batista, demanding that Triple H
Give me what I want.
face him at WrestleMania.
Give me what I want.
But you know what? Speaking of WrestleMania, something I forgot to mention. Our host for WrestleMania is the one and only Alexa Bliss.
I am totally blissful about that.
Is she still injured?
I
Yes,
think
she's-
so,
she's-
man.
she's
'Cause I've been wondering
Because
why.
she's saying she tweeted out that she's clear,
No.
but it's like
No. No.
You know what?
No.
I don't
feel-
know, sis.
I feel like this is one of those things where creative doesn't have anything for you right now.
Yep. And
So this is all we got.
are the doctors are being a little precautionary?
That's
to the
possible.
injuries?
I think personally it's because she's with Buddy Murphy that she's injured on the injured list. I mean,
Well, I mean, look at that guy.
Wait.
that's,
She's
uh,
with Dick Dick?
she's
Dick.
still with Dick
So
Dick.
she's getting dick
Exactly.
all the
From
time.
Dick Dick.
From Dick Dick.
69.
There you go. There's a lot of dick in the dick. From Dick Dick. Boom, bow, bow,
Shout out to Teddy.
Oh.
All right, moving on. Then we had Kurt Angle defeating Apollo Crews. We already spoke about him retiring. The one thing I want to say is, what the hell is up with Apollo Crews overselling those German suplexes?
You need to oversell them at this point. Kurt,
No, but dude, he
at
was.
this point,
It was visually apparent that
look,
he was
it's
jumping
okay.
up.
It's okay. It's like when
Into
Mark
the-
Henry pushed Batista and
Yeah.
Batista flipped backwards
Loved
and
it.
nothing touched him.
Loved
it was
it.
just like that. It's like Shawn Michaels overselling for Hulk Hogan. It's
Yeah,
that.
but it
You
was
have
a-
to make
it
him
was-
look good on his way out. This is
but
his
it was-
last match on Raw.
Well,
was
Shawn
a-
Michaels was being a dick.
He was being
Yeah,
a
but it was-
dick.
it
So
was-
was Apollo
Yeah.
Crews. Because if you've been
Yeah.
the bottom of the card, not even on the card for such a long time, I'd be a dickhead too. You know what I mean?
I mean, he probably has to oversell and probably jump that way.
Said Vince told him in the back, "You better oversell."
But
damn
but
it
it was a bad overselling though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he probably has to because Kurt Angle probably can't even lift him that well anymore.
He couldn't. He couldn't. Like if you
Yeah.
look at Kurt Angle's knees, he's like, "I'm done, guys.
Yeah.
I'm
back.
hanging it up this year."
He's had a broken freaking neck. Like, what are you gonna do?
My
with
gold
this guy?
medals are now silver. They're now bronze. Like, come on, guys. It's it.
No, his gold medals are actually titanium because that's what he has in his neck.
I know. He's
But,
a little
uh,
rustic there.
Damn.
But I don't know. I was watching that match and I was like, oh God, will you stop jumping into that shit?
But it's amazing because at least it made Kurt look good on his way out. I mean, you have to admit, like,
Did
you
it,
want to
though?
have the Olympic hero go out looking like the Olympic hero, not like an old guy that needs to sit his ass down on the bench.
At least capable to still win a match.
Exactly.
That's
Alright.
at least you have to make him look.
No, I got you.
He has one more
Yeah.
match at
Well-
WrestleMania, so I mean, he's good.
Well, so moving on to the next match, which was, the match was supposed to be Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, McIntyre comes out and beats the holy shit out of him.
Totally fine with that.
Thank God.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a godsend.
you know what though? I gotta say, I forgot how many Claymore kicks he gave him, but that one to the post, I don't remember anybody ever doing something like that.
No, that was great. That was
Yeah.
actually really good.
Yeah.
Because he really ricocheted off of the post there. So that was really smart by them.
I see what you did there.
I mean,
It wasn't good, but I see what you did there.
I made sure to slide one in there.
Yeah. God, thank God Teddy's not here. But yeah. I mean, and the whole selling after, and it's funny because over the time of doing this podcast, I've learned so much about concussions that when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's just definitely a fucking work.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know when it's a work.
Yeah. But it was definitely interesting to see that whole transpire. They take him to the back.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, Dean Ambrose, who is now like, yo, I got your back, son.
I want you, McIntyre. Don't false count anywhere.
every
No
time-
disqualification.
Here's my thing. Every time Dean has asked for Drew McIntyre, he has lost. So every time it's like, if he is like, thing is, I know we said earlier it's a work that he's leaving, but if you are indeed leaving, you're definitely going out on your back. So I mean, like, he's literally giving.
Not in every single situation, because I do remember Trish Stratus actually winning when she left.
I mean,
Dean's not Trish Stratus.
you have to make.
Have you seen the
Drew
Stone Cold podcast?
Yeah, but I mean, they're obviously gonna make Drew McIntyre win that match and make Dean Ambrose look weak because he has to be the monster heel. We really don't know what Drew McIntyre is entitled for WrestleMania. Is he going to go up against Roman Reigns? Or are we going to get a Dean and Reigns versus McIntyre or Corbin? We don't know.
I don't want to see that match. I will say why I don't want to see Baron Corbin team with Drew McIntyre anymore. If you're building up McIntyre, now's the time to do it. Like, he's looked.
Would you
weak
rather
in
just
that
get
single.
a McIntyre Roman Reigns
Exactly.
match?
I would
I'm
rather
actually
that.
looking forward to
Exactly.
that match.
We don't know, but I mean,
Nah,
Roman needs to
that's where
get
they're
his
going.
Roman needs to get his one up, and Roman needs to look as strong as possible. If you're booking Roman Reigns strong, Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, I don't know if he can lose because at this point he's lost consecutive matches, but he's won up against Dean.
But here's how you do it. You have Roman versus McIntyre, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in their corners is Dean Ambrose for Roman
and Baron Corbin.
and Baron Corbin, exactly, and Baron Corbin for McIntyre. And you make it seem like McIntyre is going to win, and Baron interferes, then he gets kicked out or whatever the case may be, and then Dean helps Roman win, and then right there you have Dean get his comeuppance on on McIntyre while making it seem like Roman got the win.
So a screwy finish.
And it still keeps McIntyre
McIntyre
look strong. So you kind of serve multiple different outcomes by doing that whole match together.
I mean, of course, you wouldn't do a double count out or a screwy finish at Mania.
Well, I mean, screwy finish, no, but it's just,
Screwy
multiple
finishes happen,
interferences. Yeah. But the multiple interference, distractions, what have you, I think that works, and it gets everybody involved. And
It's a clean pin for Roman, but it still
Exactly.
keeps
It's tainted.
McIntyre
Right.
strong.
Strong.
Exactly.
because
There's an asterisk to
it's
it.
a tainted clean pin.
Yeah.
So it's,
I'm all right with that.
but that that could definitely work. And well, after that whole situation, we had Drew defeating Dean, and
Holy hell out of him.
Beat the
It's
shit
great.
out of him.
he beat the shit out of him. And why the hell did Drew McIntyre go full John Wick on on Dean Ambrose? Because that was the shit that I thought of. I just started thinking of that whole quote. "Yeah, he's a man of focus and commitment. You know what he did? He killed 3 men with that pencil. With that fucking pencil."
The fact that I could visually see the scene that you're talking about based on a huge movie buff. But yeah, he is a man of focus. He's a man of purpose. He's going to kill Roman Reigns,
commitment.
Dean Ambrose, and
Dean
Seth Rollins.
Ambrose, you're
With
gonna
a
get everyone.
fucking pencil. But you know what? The biggest thing that I thought about when I was watching that match, I would have divorced the shit out of fucking Renee, because she is not a ride or die.
No.
Because you know what? I'm pretty sure if Allison would have seen that shit and me, she'd have been like, as soon as the match was over, all right, it's done. Bounce. Bounce. She would have pulled out the pencil. She would have been like, I'm not fucking with you.
She would have got fired just to
Like,
try to help him out.
Renee, I'm sorry. Renee's not a ride or die chick, man.
I mean,
I mean,
Johnny
that's
Gargano's
kayfabe.
wife is even more of a ride or die chick than her.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's terrible. I mean,
It's
she stood
what?
there. It's
Can it-
terrible.
Terrible.
It's
Terrible.
Terrible.
Shout out to Tara.
It's just-
Hello, Glamazon.
I don't understand it. It's like your whole husband just got the shit beat out of him. His
Not a part of your husband,
Clay-
a whole husband.
whole
exactly,
husband.
like a claymore in the railing. Did you see that claymore?
Oh,
that he had?
so
That's
bad.
like the most devastating
Like
claymore
at
I've
that
seen.
standing
point,
right there.
like the fact that she didn't do like some Miss Elizabeth shit at that point,
She could
she's just
take some
standing
more.
by and she's just like, "Oh my God, Dean Ambrose, he's gonna get
You know what,
hurt."
though? They probably.
I'm your husband.
Dean.
You know, that's probably the writer saying, you know what? Let's not make Renee look like this. Let's make her be the
late.
professional reporter.
Yeah.
You know, that's like,
Yeah,
it's a
Corey
gig-
was in the
You
back
had
like
it.
this.
And that's
you
why
not
I'm
see
divorced.
Shout out
Yeah.
I got shit to worry about. Like, that's exactly what he was doing.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
just funny.
man.
Shout out to good marriages. Shout out to great marriages.
Yeah. Shout out to divorce. So anyway, but yeah, you know what? Renee's not a ride or die, and on that note, let's move on to SmackDown. So some interesting stuff to talk about with SmackDown, like the fact that Shane came out in full douchebaggery,
Love it.
and
Mean Street Posse all day.
yeah. But you know what though? I like the fact that he went from wearing some more neutral or bright colors to wearing the black shirt with the black
The black
le-
blazer.
The fuck
the
Reigns
black
pose?
leather, the black
Loved
leather
it,
jacket.
loved it.
He went full fuckboy. That's what he did. He went
Yeah.
back to his old school.
Yeah.
Pure fuckboy.
But yo, I gotta tell you, the first thing every time Shane comes out, you know what the first thing I do is
Look at the sneakers.
look at his sneakers.
Always.
Sneakerhead. True sneakerhead.
Yeah, I look at his sneakers, and I was like, and I literally paused it, and I was like,
He got the black. He had the black and white ones. They're not even released yet.
yo, this is fire.
Those haven't
son.
dropped yet. That's the spring release.
Yeah.
You already got them.
By the way, if you're a sneakerhead, we have a group on Facebook called Souls and Laces. Check it out. Post your kicks, post all your stuff. It's a lot of fun. But yeah. Kicks is hot. But, I cracked up at how he yoked up the ring announcer who, I always forget his damn name.
I always forget his name too, but that
Yeah.
was so good.
But it was funny because he had him introduce him 3 times.
It's like, no. Put some more oomph in it. Like, do a little more.
Say it with conviction, damn it!
Fiction.
I think I liked when Shane literally calls out the Miz and says, "You know what? I am telling you that I'm gonna beat your ass at WrestleMania because let's face it, you work for me."
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
This is a
Finally.
heel Shane.
You know what though? Imagine if at one point Miz is beating the shit out of him, and then he just stops him. And he says, "All right. You know what? Just lay on the floor though, cause I still gotta." And like The Miz has to do a reluctant lay on the ground and just take the pin because he's like at the same time he's conflicted about. All right, I'm beating his ass, but I'm gonna let you win.
I mean, if there was more of like a sort of master and servant kind of storyline to it, it would work. But it was more just like, overachieving wrestler being a fan of owner's son of the company. Kind of thing. So it was like, it's fine. I wouldn't go that far with it, but
okay. I don't know.
All ideas are welcome.
Yeah, I'm just overthinking it. Don't worry about it.
I do it all the time. Shout out to Unpopular Reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. And if you haven't checked out Unpopular Reviews, we are now showing Unpopular Reviews on the Facebook page, not just exclusively in the Facebook discussion group. So it is public for the masses. So every time that they're on, which is Mondays at 11:05, Tuesdays at 10:05, and Wednesdays at 9:05, a.k.a. 9:05 Live.
Wow, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, shout out to Beige Benoit for giving us that one.
You're welcome.
The last episode 69.
That's what I
do. Yeah. Make sure you check them out on the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/YEPIOW. But
Sonny was slurring his words. He's been drinking for quite a bit.
I'm not drinking that much.
Like,
going after it with the brown water.
Don't worry, he was thinking about Saturday Night Sweat, so that's why he almost sounded like he was going to say yes. He was like, Saturday Night Sweat.
This is Saturday Night Sweat with Sonny Sofrito and the two Stephs.
Exactly. Only ones and twos, exactly.
All right. I love Shane McMahon's point here. I loved his, I don't want people asking me for anything. I don't want people asking me for help with anything. I don't want people asking me for money. It's perfect. It was a good heel move by him.
Yeah, it was good. But speaking of moves made, the New Day came in and beat the shit out of everybody in the ring.
Hey.
They beat the hell out of the Hardy Boys, Aleister Black and Ricochet, The Bar, and Nakamura and Rusev.
I love it. I love it because they're finally giving the New Day some strength within their
and
group.
some edge.
It's not, no pun intended there, no rated R superstar, but they are giving them a bit of an edge in a more of a serious kayfabe sense.
Yeah.
Like it's more reminiscent to something like what the Shield would be able to do instead of just sort of the comedy troupe that they've made them been doing for the past, 3 years?
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time really getting a serious storyline for the New Day. And it's
or to do a very throwback, it's kind of like with the Rock and Roll Express when they actually started going at people on some serious shit.
Yeah.
And fighting like Ric Flair and the Brainbusters or, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson on some real legit, like, yo, we're not some pretty boys.
But I don't think, but that's the thing with the New Day, I don't think it was ever
a
problem with them being great competitors as tag teams because they're multiple tag team champions.
No, but being like that vicious, to show that viciousness.
Yeah.
They haven't shown it since they were heels in the very beginning.
Yeah, but I think it was more, I don't think it was a heel thing either. I think it was them crossing over from sort of this tag team mid-card view.
Yeah.
To more of a main event, we could headline a pay-per-view
okay.
type of sense.
Yeah,
I think that's where we're finally getting a new level of the New Day.
I would say Nation of Domination almost, like, in that sense, because they have that edge to them. They obviously have the obvious star, which is right now Kofi Kingston, and the purpose of the New Day is to get Kofi to be world champion.
But I kind of feel like the Nation of Domination,
they were always a heel group.
They were always a heel group, and they're not heel. They're just, to go back to something that
I compare them more to the Shield,
or to,
because the Shield originally started as heels,
or like the Daniel Bryan
the
thing, like they're a combined Daniel Bryan a combined Daniel Bryan.
But I mean, in the sense of like they're able to be more serious instead of just going for tag titles. Now they're each able to go for the singles titles as well. They never really did that with the New Day yet.
No.
They've only done that for what the last faction is, the Shield, to have done that.
Very true.
Our Evolution, or our groups beforehand. Like, this is one of the first times in a while we're getting that with them.
Yeah. And that was a great segment, and I enjoyed the shit out of that shit.
All day.
Yeah, but moving on. Then we have Randy Orton. Talking about...
I'm going to have fun with this one.
And AJ Styles going toe-to-toe. And I think that shit was amazing.
While you was doing the indies, hanging out with Dixie Carter in Florida, suntanning, I was going one-on-one with The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
I love the fact that AJ retorted. He was like, you seem to know my career, but look around you, Randy. All my boys are here now. Like, you weren't built for my world. Like, you would have lost it with
No.
your fake ass diamond cutter. Like when he mentioned the diamond cutter,
Yeah.
Oh, my
and then
God.
Randy goes, Randy
you
put
got
on the
is a
two
pose
sweets.
and
So
a
you
bootleg
haven't.
diamond
He said
cutter.
you haven't taken anything from us, and puts up the two sweets.
So good.
The crowd went
No,
nuts.
good.
no, but the thing that killed me was, yo, when you started rocking, you were rocking with Evolution. Then you were rocking with Edge. Then you were rocking with,
Legacy.
Legacy.
Then you're
And-
rocking with the Authority. It's like, yo.
and then the Wyatts. And it was like, yo, dude, you always had a babysitter.
They called him a
Yeah.
groupie. They called him a groupie, basically.
So, like,
He's a homie hopper.
He's
they,
a homie
they
hopper.
really,
Jesus.
I feel like, you know what's funny? I feel like with this particular feud that's going on right now, they must have spent some time talking about, all right, how we're going to, and they planned it out. Like, this is going to steal the show.
It is.
At
Yeah.
WrestleMania,
It
this is
is.
going to definitely steal the show.
Because this is the match that was like, damn, that could have been a WWE title match.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
nah, them going at it back and forth, especially with Randy Orton actually doing a good promo for a change. in a while.
Yeah.
He was passionate. He
It
was
was like,
passionate as shit.
ooh, he wants to do this match.
Yeah.
with-
You
with
see his
AJ.
eyes usually are squinted and his eyes opened up and he's yelling at, he's yelling
like-
at AJ.
All I'm doing is praying to God that Triple H Batista doesn't go over, because you know damn well if it does, we're gonna get that match cut short.
Nah,
that one's
I don't
the
wanna see
victim
that,
of getting cut short.
Oh, man.
I don't
You
want to see
know
that
it,
happen.
and you
man.
know it at
I don't want to see
WrestleMania.
that.
Well, a match that I wish did get cut a little bit shorter was Asuka versus Sonya Deville.
Oh, what's wrong with you in the LGBT community?
No, it's not dumb.
Because it's Sonya. I know, it's fine. It wasn't Mandy
No,
Rose.
no. Actually, you know what's funny? I find both these women extremely attractive.
And shout-outs to Allison.
Wow, really? You got to do that, bro?
He's backing him into a corner.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
looks sort of scared. He's
Ale-
sweating
Ale-
over
likes
here.
being backed up into
Alice-
anyway.
Sweating. He likes being backed up in the corner.
listen,
He likes
Alex-
being in the middle. It's like,
Allison is my love, but
That's
I
how he
can
is right now.
But I can appreciate two very beautiful women. I'm not trying to get with
At
them.
the same time.
not yet.
Shout-outs to Allison.
Shout out to
So
threesomes.
anyway,
WWE threesomes.
I am not condoning or I will not.
He's
confirm
the
or
new
deny.
Godfather host.
Triple threat
host.
matches are interesting, you
Yeah.
know? 'cause we
Anyway,
definitely gotta get
listen,
one.
listen. You know what? Anyway, let's move on.
And that would actually be a match where you could fuck everybody in the ring.
But you know what, though? Triple threat matches are interesting, especially with Sonny's point, because we are going to get one at WrestleMania with Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey.
Yes, we are.
Yay.
And even though I feel like it's gonna be Ronda versus Becky and Charlotte almost in a handicap match, because that's the way Ronda's putting it out there. Like, yeah, I'm trying to beat both your asses.
Yep.
4 horsemen. Let's
yeah.
do it. Let's
but
do
we'll
it.
see what
At some
happens.
point, I soon. God, I hope so soon.
Oh yeah, if it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, Marina Shafir and Jessamine Dupe are not ready at all. So
No, they got some time.
they
We
need
probably
at
won't see
least
that
to
till
the
next WrestleMania.
next year, exactly, because
Yeah.
they look green as fucking baby shit.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then we had, Rey Mysterio and R-Truth taking on Samoa Joe and Andrade, and that was a really solid match, man. I freaking enjoyed the hell out of that. And, I mean, there's not much to really say. It was just a great wrestling match, man. I mean, it's solid.
I'm telling you, the four of them just work perfect together, and it's just fun to watch. Like, this is where SmackDown always beats Raw, because they always have wrestlers with great chemistry.
Exactly. And speaking of great chemistry, I think the next match was actually really decent too. Daniel Bryan and Rowan taking on Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali.
It's still weird. Kevin Owens is as a baby face
I mean,
right now.
I like the dynamic of Kevin Owens being a babyface. I mean, we know he can play a very conniving heel.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna front. I'm kind of waiting for him to turn on somebody.
I don't want him to. Like, I don't want him to, but I want him to get a better storyline or a better sign of motivation.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what would really matter.
And then we ended it with Mr. McMahon giving Kofi Kingston and basically the greatest opportunity of his career,
Yep.
which is going to be
a gauntlet match at next week's SmackDown.
Jesus Christ. And the names on this gauntlet match, Samoa Joe, Randy
Orton,
Orton,
The Bar,
exactly.
and Eric Rowan.
yeah.
Like, I mean, if he doesn't get put to sleep, he's going to get RKO'd.
I know.
If he doesn't get RKO'd, he's going to get bro kicked. If he doesn't get bro kicked, he's going to get swung and put in
Oh
the
my
sharpshooter.
Or put us to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or
Yeah.
sat on
you-
by Rowan because nobody knows what Rowan's special move is.
Rowan
It's fine.
grabs you by the head, and it's a
that
it's a
thing.
claw. Exactly.
That
It's
thing.
like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick you up and drop you from
Yeah.
really high.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna
So
be a fun
Yeah,
match.
I mean,
it's going to be a thing. I mean, again, I hope that he overcomes it. It leads to some good stuff, and we're going to be good. But,
I mean, I see the New Day coming and getting involved and being banned from ringside, though. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Vince
We'll
is
see.
gonna screw.
We'll-
Vince is
we'll-
gonna try to screw him as much as he possibly
of course,
can.
Yeah.
of course.
And I think it's like this thing with Vince. He loves saying this, and it's, Kofi screwed Kofi.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Vince to say that before WrestleMania. Like,
I hope not, because I think we're finally going to get a. You know what? We'll talk about Black History Month later.
What, next February?
Yep. Yep, I like Black History. Our other YouTube channel.
we actually have a Black History Month YouTube channel?
Yes, it's YEPILBH.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll allow
Book
it.
it. Book it. Do
Book it, damn it.
Book it.
All right.
Book it. God damn it.
So,
Hey, Sonny, wait, before we end, a guest of ours asked me to pass along his number to you because he
Okay.
actually wants to be on the podcast. He's heard I was going to be on today.
Okay.
And he was like, hey, I really want to be on the podcast. So.
all right. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, just give him my number, email, whatever. Yeah, what was his name?
His name is Olympus Carter.
All right. Yeah, well, that's fine. I'll do an audio audition with him, and maybe I'll put it on after
Sure.
after this.
I think you should bring him in.
I'll do an audio audition, see, and then I'll just record it and I'll put it at the end and see what everybody thinks.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely.
If anything, it'll be in our outtakes at the end of this episode.
Works
Alright.
for us.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh, let's wrap it up, Sonny.
Wrap it up like when you're fucking.
Ooh,
wrap it
yes.
up.
Yo, wait.
That-
What the hell?
What?
I'm just saying. I mean,
69?
exactly.
Oh, no, it's episode
Those
70.
are the thoughts. This is 71, actually.
It's 71.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, yeah, because
All
we
7
just-
and 1 of you?
No. What the?
No, it's 7 and 1 of the people in his head.
all 7 in year 0.
Dementia.
No, 71. This is episode 71.
Are you sure it's 71, not 17?
No.
Wow. Make sure
I don't have dyslexia. So,
Don't make that mistake switching them up.
It's okay. Don't worry
yeah.
about it.
So,
We accept you for who you are, Sonny.
as we're about to start watching the Big East tournament, college basketball, I just want to say thank you for joining us for episode 71 of the Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast. It has been a pleasure to do this podcast for you guys. And follow us on all social media at YPILW. And check us out on all podcast platforms by searching Yep, I Like Wrestling. And for everything else, go to our website, YPILW.com. Right now, we're actually redoing the website, so we're going to have a brand new website very soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to have some new features.
You got
and-
money for that, huh?
And we're also going to have...
Sonny, are we getting paid now? 'Cause you have money to do a new
Are you
website.
paying Tara? Tara's just asking if she's getting paid.
Nah, I'm not
You just got
paying.
a text
You
from
said
the whole
something about a
unpopular reviews team.
paycheck
Yo,
in the mail.
Well, you know what? No, I did. I do have payment for you guys.
It's in
I'm gonna mail you all checks.
checks of
All right.
what?
Huh?
How much?
You'll see.
It's fine.
No.
We'll see.
No.
We'll
The
see.
check is gonna
Yeah,
bounce.
I
That's
didn't
what
fill
they
up, I
go
didn't fill,
see.
it's okay. I didn't fill up a W-4 yet, so I'm not sure
It's W-2.
if we're getting faxed. W-2 is what you get back. W-4 is what you fill out.
Oh, okay.
All right, no.
I mean, you don't have my address, but I mean,
no. I got
are you
it.
gonna-
I got it.
you
Don't
sure?
worry.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
I got it.
No, he's gonna
I got
email
it.
it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
old people like emailing stuff.
No. Yeah. You know what? I'll Venmo it to you. Yeah.
Venmo?
you know what Venmo is?
Do you have Venmo? You have the app on your phone?
I'll PayPal you a check.
PayPal, you're using all these old softwares.
Yeah.
Why don't you just give us money right now?
You only have a landline.
No,
Sonny.
because so thank you for
Vodafone.
joining us, and this was a great episode. Peace out. Take it easy. Bye.
Whoa.
Money.
What money? Yeah, no money. Yeah, I know my money. Money. This was a
No
No.
money. I'm
Yo,
saying
yo,
yes,
money.
money.
I gotta get home
yo,
tonight.
my man. Yo, I'm saying, you know what? Yo, you can hop the train, son.
No,
I knew
not
it.
on 34th
Oh,
Street.
he's trying to
Nuh-uh,
go-
man.
He's trying to go free 99.
He's trying to get us to go
Alright.
to
Trying to
Central
get it.
Booking
Yo,
and shit.
but check it out. Bye.
Wow.
Hello?
Hello, Sonny.
Who's this?
This is Olympus Carter. I heard you were on with Stephane today.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Listen, I'm actually out of the bar right now watching the game, but I've been just recording phone calls because I've been getting a lot of auditions today. So, you know what? Let's talk. Just want to hear your voice, see how things going. So, how long you been a wrestling fan?
Well, I've been a wrestling fan since I was a baby in diapers, you know what I mean?
Oh, all right, cool. I mean, but how long ago is that?
That's a long time.
I mean, dude, how old are you?
As old as you are.
All right. So, have you been listening to Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast for a while?
Of course, I listen to your stuff. Shout out Tower, shout out Terry.
Oh, okay, cool. What is it you want to do? Like, what kind of stuff you looking to do?
I want to talk about wrestling. You know, you guys carried me out last week. I don't like that.
Oh, wait, you're the dude that we carried out with the mask?
Yes, you carried me out.
Oh, man, nah, dude. Yo,
Wait. I can explain.
Nah,
I
I
was just
can't.
trying to talk to April, you
Yeah,
know?
nah,
she was
dude,
talking
yo.
about me, man.
Yeah, I don't know. If anything, I'll think about it.
Come on, you know I'm smart, right? You know when people
I
say they
don't
think
know.
about it in America, they mean no.
All right, you know what? What I'll do is I'll talk to Stephane and Chris and April
You're
and
gonna talk to
Patrick,
Stephane.
and I'll see what they think, and then I'll hit you back. All right?
All right, man. You know, no problem. Just make sure you call me back, man. I'm gonna be waiting by my phone right now.
Yeah.
You sound like you're dying. You been drinking?
Well, yeah, always, but you know that's besides the point.
What you drinking, Sonny?
I drink Hennessy. What do you drink?
Water.
You know, hell no. You know what? If all you drink is water and juice, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna fit in on this podcast, but I'll speak to the gang from Unpopular Review, and I'll get back to you. I'll let you know.
You sound like you're bullshitting me, Sonny.
Eh?
Like you bullshit the people that you don't pay.
Oh wait, you want to be paid too?
I want to.